Good evening. It's Wednesday night, April 8th, 2020. We skipped last night. We were out doing a little work in the garden, and it got late on us. So tonight, looking on our little cheat sheet, we've got on the way to Jerusalem, the disciples noticed the cursed fig tree, which we read that the other night. Then we have Jesus in the temple again, and the widow with the mites. So we've got several things to read. Fortunately, well, not fortunately, but today's reading will be here, and Jesus is in retirement all day. The readings this evening will jump from book to book. So there'll be some from Luke, some from Mark, some from Matthew, just, and a little bit of John. So hang on, here we go. We have the reading from Mark, and we also have the reading from Luke. Let's see what we can do on this one. Boom. There we go. Luke 21, 1 through 4. The widow's offering. Jesus looked up and saw the rich putting their gifts into the offering box. And he saw a poor widow put in 2 small copper coins. And he said, "Truly I tell you, this poor woman has put in more than all of them, for they have all contributed out of their abundance. But she, out of her poverty, put in all she had to live on." So the next reading is the Father speaks a third time to Jesus, which our only option tonight is John 12, 20 through 30. And I know as much as you would enjoy me struggling through some King James, I'm still switching over to the English Standard Version. And this is John 12, 20 through 30. Some Greeks seek Jesus. Now, among those who went up to worship at the feast were some Greeks. So these came to Philip, who was from Bethesda in Galilee, and asked him, "Sir, we wish to see Jesus." Philip went and told Andrew. Andrew and Philip went and told Jesus. And Jesus answered them, "The hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. Whoever loves his life loses it. Whoever hates his life in this world will keep it for eternal life. If anyone serves me, he must follow me. And where I am, there will my servant be also. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor them. Now is my soul troubled. And what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour? But for this purpose I have come to this hour. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came from heaven. I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again. The crowd that stood there and heard it said that it had been thundered. Others said, an angel has spoken to him. Jesus answered, this voice has come for your sake, not mine. And the plot finalized. If I had a James Earl Jones voice, that would be fantastic. My littlest wants to get in here and read with me. She's all excited. Uh-huh. That's right. This one we have Matthew and we have Mark. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go with Matthew on this one. It just seems to be a little more, well, no, you know what? I have it all right here. I'll do the Matthew, and this one's going to be King James, so bear with me. Matthew 26, 1 through 5, and 26, 14 through 16. And it came to pass, when Jesus had finished all these things, he said unto his disciples, ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas. Hold on. Then assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Jesus. See, this is why I don't read the King James Version. One moment, please. I have a hard enough time reading without having the tongue twisters and everything. Now here we go. English Standard Version. When Jesus had finished all these sayings, he and his disciples, you know, no. When Jesus had finished all these sayings, he said to his disciples, you know that after 2 days the Passover is coming, and the Son of Man will be delivered up to be crucified. It is an active and busy house, and it's a fun house. So let me start again. Okay. When Jesus had finished all these sayings, he said to his disciples, you know that after 2 days the Passover is coming, and the Son of Man will be delivered up to be crucified. Then the chief priest and the elders of the people gathered in the palace of the high priest, whose name was Caiaphas, and plotted together in order to arrest Jesus by stealth and kill him. But they said, not during the feast, lest there be an uproar among the people. And as I change to my next reading, That is Matthew 26:14 through 16. Then one of the 12, whose name was Judas Iscariot, went up to the chief priests and said, "What will you give me if I deliver him over to you?" And they paid him 30 pieces of silver. And from that moment, he sought an opportunity to betray him. So we have come through this part of the timeline. That would have been Tuesday night. We go into today, which would be Jesus is resting pretty much all day. Tomorrow, this would be your Maundy Thursday. I'll just let you take a look. And tonight we have another special guest prayer. And this will close us out for our Wednesday night reading.
Dear Lord, thank you for all that you do for us and just keeping us through these hard times together. I pray that you just help us and that you keep being who you are. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and we'll be back tomorrow night.